So hello and welcome back to our webinar series. My name is Frederick and I'm going to be your guide throughout this series. Now, following on from yesterday's webinar where we looked at the origins of virtual tours and the benefits associated with them, today's session is going to be looking at an actual virtual tour built on our software. So I'm going to go through a tour, show you everything you can do inside, so all the sort of features that are available to you, and just really give you a sense of what a virtual tour is in practice. So what I'm just going to do before we get started is share my screen. While I'm working on sharing that, I'd just like to remind you that if you do have any questions or queries throughout today's session, do please feel free to send them in via the Q&A box below at the bottom of the Zoom call or via the chat box. If a question comes to you after today's session, do please feel free to send us an email at support@EyeSpy360.com. Our Thursday session this week is going to be dedicated to answering all of the questions you ask. So please, if anything comes to mind, send that in and we'll be able to answer that on Thursday. Now, I believe my screen share is up and running. So as you can see here, we are now inside a virtual tour. So this is the outside of a property. And as you can see, I'm just going to look around. It is a 360 image. So we're able to look around and see all different parts of that space. Now, the way a 360 image works is it is a completely spherical image. So you capture absolutely everything surrounding the camera. This is an incredibly useful thing, as it means nothing is hidden, nothing is obscured. You can really see absolutely everything. So this is the outside of the property. Let's move in, and to do that we'll click on a hotspot. And as you can see here, a hotspot is an arrow inside the tour that navigates you to your next 360 photo. So I've clicked on that and it's brought us straight into this front hallway of the property. And again, you can look around, everything is visible. So you can look up the stairs, you can see what's on the walls, everything is on display, which is exactly what you want to really show off the property. You can see the ceiling, you can look down at the floor. It captures a lot more of the space than a traditional sort of 2D image would. You get a real feel for what the space looks like. So with the hotspots, you can navigate your way through and look at different parts of the property. And it's just like a walkthrough, so you can really see all the different parts of that space. So here we're in the living room, we can look around and see everything. Now, in addition to the walkthrough tour that I'm showing, we're also able to use your 360 photos to build a 3D model of your property. And this is like a digital dollhouse. So you can see everything from a removed perspective, you can see the size and shape of the rooms, and how everything fits together. So you should now be able to see on my screen our 3D model of this property. So you get a feel for the entire space. You can see what all the rooms look like, how everything fits together, and get an understanding for the size of the property as a whole. It's a really useful tool to visualize the whole property, if that makes sense. And what I find really cool about it is it can be used as an interactive map to navigate your way through the property. So say we want to go to the master bedroom, all we have to do is click on that image and it will then take us into the 360 tour part of the master bedroom. So you can get around the property quite quickly and quite stylishly. It's a really great feature. And there you go, you can see now we're in the master bedroom. You've got that lovely desk in the corner, someone's working from home. It's a really useful tool to see everything inside the property. Now, in addition to the 3D model, we're also able to generate a 2D floor plan just by using your 360 photos. So as you can see here, this is a floor plan of the master bedroom that's been created, but let's look at one of the lower floors which has more rooms. So as you can see here, it's a basic floor plan and it gives you, again, a good feel for the size and shape of each room. Now what's really cool about the software is we're able to generate measurements for your rooms just by using your 360 photos. So our software is able to generate those measurements from your photo. The only thing we ask is when you are taking your 360 photos, do make sure to measure the height of your tripod. So this is the distance from the floor to the top of your tripod. And we use this as a guideline to generate your measurements so we know the sort of proportions inside that space. So all you'll have to do is add that tripod height when submitting your photos, and we will then be able to build your 360 tour, 3D model and 2D floor plan with dimensions. Now, on to some of our features. So as you can see here, we have an information label over the wardrobe. Now, info labels are a fantastic way to add extra content into your tours. So say, for example, in this case, we have a wardrobe. Now, this is sort of a hidden space. You couldn't take a 360 photo of a wardrobe. What you can do, though, is take a normal 2D photo of that space and upload it as an information label. So when you click on the wardrobe's information label, it then opens up. Now let's navigate our way down to the kitchen. So I've shown you how to use hotspots to get around, and I've shown you how to use the 3D model to navigate your way around the property. Now another way to move is by showing your scenes. So this is a button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. When you click on it, it then shows you all of the photos inside your property. So again, you can quickly navigate your way to different spaces inside your tour. Now if we just look for the kitchen, if I click on that photo, it then takes us straight there to the kitchen. Now to make the scenes toolbar disappear, all you do is click the scenes button again, and it then minimizes. Now inside the kitchen, I'd like to show you information labels. So these are a fantastic way to add extra information into your tour. So say for example, here we have the dishwasher. If we click on that information label, it opens up a video embedded from YouTube of that dishwasher in use. So when your clients go through your tour, they can see all the facts and figures direct from the manufacturer inside your tour. Likewise, if we move around the kitchen, we can see there's a review of the gas hob, a video review. So that's a great way to just add in extra detail about parts of the property. So you can see all of that information direct from the company that make it. But you can also add in photos, text, images, or Google Maps. So if I just head back outside to the front of the property, I can show you some more really exciting information labels. So let me just head on out. Lovely. So here we are outside the property. Now, as I've already shown, you can add in video. So you can embed video from YouTube or Vimeo. All you do is add in that video tutorial, all you do is add in the link to your video, and that will then embed it directly into your tour. Likewise, if you wanted to show where the property was on a map, you could use Google Maps and Google Street View to show where the property is. So as you can see here, we have on Google Maps, it's showing exactly where the property is inside the tour. So you can see on the map what's nearby, what the local schools are, what stores are nearby. It's a great way to see where the property is. And with Street View, you can use Google Street View to see the local area. You can go for a walk down the street, you can see what the other houses look like, you can see what the area looks like. It's a really fantastic way to show off where the property is and what the other houses look like. You can get a real feel for what the neighborhood's like. I find personally, using Google Maps and Google Street View, it covers essentially all of the information a client would potentially get on the drive to a property. So they can see everything about the house, what the local area is like, and what's nearby. It's a really useful tool. Now, of course, with information labels, you can also add really sort of simple information. So you can add text, which gives a summary of the property and has all of the information about that property immediately to hand. Sort of like a landing page, so all of your clients can find all of that information straight away when entering your tour. Now that's information labels. What I'd like to demonstrate next is really exciting. This is our live video chat feature. So to access this, I'm just going to send a link on to one of my colleagues. But what I do to start off with is click this link in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen called Shared Viewing. This generates a unique link to a live video call. Now, once you first click on it, you're going to need to allow your microphone and camera in your tour so you can make that call. And once you've allowed it, a link will appear in the middle of your screen. So I'm just going to copy that link and send it on to my colleague Andrea. So one moment please, bear with me just as I do that. Now onto our most exciting feature, which is our EyeSpy live video chat feature, which allows you to make a live video call with your clients and walk through the tour with them. So I'll just demo this for you. To start a live video call, all you need to do is click on the shared viewing button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Now this will then prompt you to accept microphone and camera inside your browser. For mine, it's already accepted. And then this window will pop up, which has a link for you to send on to your clients. So we'll copy that link and I'm going to just send it on to one of my colleagues, Andrea. And that's it. Once you've copied it, you can send it to them via Messenger, text, email, however suits you. And all they need to do is click on that link and it will then open it up in a new browser tab. So it's just connecting now. I've sent it through to Andrea. And now you can see there's me in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And there's Andrea. Hello. Lovely. So what we're now going to do is, I think because I'm currently on the call, we're not going to be able to hear Andrea. But look, I'm hands-free and Andrea is now navigating her way around the property. So she's able to take control. And this is much better because it's an interactive experience rather than just a screen share. Your client can really investigate the property and find out things that are important about it themselves while you're talking them through and giving them information. So as you can see, we can talk to each other, we can see each other, and we can have that connection. So thank you so much, Andrea. I'll let you get back to work. So thank you for coming along. Excellent. It really is a great tool for you to be able to talk through with your clients, show them around, and give them that same personalized experience you would if you were walking them through the property in the real world. Now with our live video calls, you can either make a call one-on-one with a client, just as I've demonstrated with Andrea, or alternatively, you can do a group video viewing. So you can invite multiple people into a call, and as a group you can walk through the property, everyone can see each other, everyone can hear each other, and you can have that group viewing experience. So if one person has a question, they can ask that question, everyone hears the question, you can reply to it, and everyone also hears the reply. It's a great way to show more people, more properties in less time. It's a really just incredible tool. And especially right now with sort of lockdowns and people wanting to maintain social distancing, it's a great way to make sure that you're still able to show as many people as you like around your properties. Now, that sort of concludes our features inside a tour that I'm going through in today's session. So as you can see, there's a whole host of things you can do. And in tomorrow's session, we're going to be looking more at the back end of the platform. So how you upload your photos and how to add in things like information labels, and something really exciting, which I've not showed today, but will be showed tomorrow, will be EyeSpy Play. So that's making a recording of your tour with your narration guiding your clients through. And that's available 24/7. But I'll talk more about that tomorrow. It's a really exciting feature. So otherwise, that concludes today's session. I've seen we've had a few questions in, so thank you so much for sending those. As I said earlier, we'll be answering all of the questions from this week in Thursday's session. That's our big Q&A session. So if you do have any questions, do please feel free to ask them throughout the webinars in the Q&A box below. Or alternatively, you can send them in at support@EyeSpy360.com. Now, thank you so much for coming along today. We will be back tomorrow, same time, so do please come back for that. Otherwise, please do stay safe and stay healthy out there and have a really wonderful rest of your day. Until tomorrow, keep it 360. Thank you, everyone. Bye.